So this is just an instance. Your outfit might be so beautiful and you'd ask someone and the person will point out that there's a soup stain somewhere. When I was younger, I made a classification of people into two different groups, into the negative and the positive people. So according to my understanding and my research and my discovery, the negative people are those people whom, when they step into the room, the first things that they actually get to observe are like the unpleasant things, right? While the positive people are the people that when they step into a place or a home, the first things that they get to observe are the pleasant things. If, for instance, a negative person steps into a room that has a beautiful decor and is unkept, the first thing that the person gets to notice is how unkept the place is and how things are not in order. But when a positive person steps into that same room with a beautiful decor and an unclean space, right, the first thing that the positive person would see about that place is how beautiful and how pleasant the decor is. Those two people actually saw the right version of that particular space, but one person's observation is going to bring about joy like pleasant feelings and everything, but the other person's observation is going to seem like a critics, right? But they are both true. So this is just an instance, because if you think that there are other scenarios in which you might actually dress up and you look so fly, your outfit might be so beautiful, and you'd ask someone and the person will point out that there's a soup stain somewhere and you possibly did not notice it, right? And you have asked someone else and the person was like, wow, your gown is literally so beautiful. Those observations by these two people are actually the truth, right? But they are like different versions of the truth. So the extremity of being a positive person is being a people pleaser, so you not be authentic. In fact, you might even lose yourself, because all you want to do is to do something that will make people accept you or to make people feel good, so that you won't face reproach in any way. The extreme point of being a negative person so that negative person, if the person does not try to balance it, the person might just be all those people that people don't want to be around, that will just keep dying on the very insignificant bad, when there is, let's say, an 80% of good thing and 80% of beautiful thing, and then they will just die on that 20% or even 5 or 0.1%. So they just end up being sadistic if they don't work on it. How can the balance be created? The balance can be created by actually thinking outside of the box. If the negative person thinks outside of his regular thinking pattern by incorporating the positive aspects of life into it, there'll be a balance. And if the positive person thinks outside of his regular thinking pattern and does the same and incorporates that detail that is needed for perfection, right, so there's going to be a balance. So let me explain, brother. So if the negative person sees that negative scenario, portraying that truth in a positive way might include acknowledging that speck or that soup stain on the gown in a positive way, in a nice way, and also stating that the clothes is good, or it is fine, or it is beautiful. That's like seeing the entire picture or stating the entire truth. Now that positive person can actually create that balance by explaining, and even if the person chooses to dwell on the beauty and everything, but after that pay attention to the details. And because when you know your regular thinking pattern, then you know what you consciously and subconsciously see or search for in in a situation or a scenario. So when you are a positive person and you know that you usually search for the positive things, so while you have found that positive thing and you have complemented it, then you consciously check for that thing that might be signified or classified as negative. Why? Because that is also a truth that can actually yield perfection and growth. So when you see that thing, you'll be like, yeah, this is it. And that is you practicalizing paying attention to details, because it's actually important in life. This is how there is a balance, and I believe there will be massive growth if this is practiced.